I think it's fine. I think if two people care about each other enough, then it shouldn't really matter what they look like or what color skin they have.
It doesn't really bother me. Actually, most of the girls I've dated have been Hispanic, so I'm kind of for it.
Interracial dating should be, it should be fine in this day and age. We're all children of Abraham, per se.
I think it's just fine.
There's nothing like biblically or anything against it, but there's definitely challenges to interracial dating, so I probably wouldn't preferably choose it, but it just depends.
Personally, I'm not totally for it, just from the way I was raised.
I don't think there's an issue with it. I mean, people are people, and it just when you try to segment them into certain groups, it just doesn't make sense at all.
I'm actually okay with it. I don't think I would. I don't know. Hang on, let me think about this. I got this. I'm actually really okay with it. I don't see anything wrong with it.
I'm completely fine with it.
I'm okay with it, for the most part.
I don't think there's a problem with interracial dating. Maybe you'll be judged more, but I personally don't have any problem with it.
Interracial dating, I feel like it's not a big issue to me. Within the church, within my beliefs, where I've grown up, it really hasn't been an issue of concern.
I don't see anything wrong with it, really. If they like each other, then go for it.
I think it's fine. I actually like people of other races.
I think it's good if you have a good relationship with someone of another race. Then I think it's cool. I think it's a good thing. They'd be fine with it. They might be shocked, but my mom wouldn't care, my dad wouldn't care.
My parents, they didn't really care, as long as they saw that I cared for the person, they were happy to see me happy.
Well, my father's German and Jewish, and my mom is Asian. So my parents are an interracial couple, and they've been happily married for over 21 years now. So I've seen it work in their life, and I think other children, other kids, in regards of being mature enough to date, can have a good interracial dating experience.
I don't think they'd care.
They would be perfectly fine with it.
They wouldn't really like it, because we just believe, if you're going to start a marriage, you need to, have as much in common already, and so just a different culture and everything, it just makes it a little bit more difficult.
I don't think they would have an issue with it. I don't think they'd have an issue with it.
My mom would be a little bit iffy, but I think she'd end up being okay, but my dad would probably kill me.
Actually, I'm a different ethnicity, so they really wouldn't care.
Yeah. It depends which ethnicity, but for the most part, they probably wouldn't approve.
I think if I didn't tell them about it at first, it might startle them, but they'd be completely accepting.
I feel like certain members of my family would not approve, simply because I'm from North Carolina, a very southern environment, so my grandparents are very old-fashioned, very straightforward southern folk.
Probably wouldn't be the happiest, but it's my choice and they would respect that.
They really wouldn't mind as long as it's not as long as their ideas don't, sexist ideas where they prevent the woman from doing stuff. As long as, their ideas culturally don't imply that, they're fine.
I think my parents would be okay with that. They're all about me finding someone that I'm just friends with. It doesn't matter what the race is, really. I have a lot of friends, even girls from other races, so I think they'd be cool with it.
Because they raised me and they love me, and as long as I'm happy, then then that's their goal in life.
Because I think that there's a lot more important things other than race. I don't think that race determines who you are.
Sort of like I said a moment ago, the Bible doesn't have anything against it, and we don't have anything against another ethnicity. As a Christian, you shouldn't have anything against, someone of a different race. So, Yeah, I mean, unless there was another problem with something else, but not specifically as in like they're from a different race.
I don't know, the way they were raised.
From the Christian perspective, I mean, understanding people's backgrounds, I mean, yes, we are different, but just because different race, different country, as long as, I think there'd be more of an issue if it wasn't an Adventist or a Christian person than it was of a different race.
My dad's just kind of himself, and he doesn't like anyone that's not like him, because, I mean, I'm from the South, obviously, so so he's one of those, and my mom is just, like, she wants me to be happy, so I think she'd be okay with whoever I wanted to be with.
I guess my mom taught me not to be racist, so she shouldn't be if she's teaching me the same thing.
I think they believe that there would be too much complication and conflict, I guess, between the two families, different ethnicities.
My parents work in the Adventist Health Network, so they deal with everyone, all types of race and that, so they're accepting of everybody.
Because of their cultural upbringing, the environment they grew up in was completely different. I mean, so it impacts how they view it.
Probably because I have an aunt that she married interracially. They really want me to be in a relationship where I can succeed as an individual.
I think they were taught by their parents to have those same feelings for people of another race. They were grown up right, I guess. And so they've kind of taught me to have the same type of view people in that same type of way. So I think that's the reason they feel that way.
Not a whole lot. I mean, if I found somebody that I loved or I cared about, then I guess I wouldn't really care what color skin they had. I would just care about them.
I mean, I guess I do care what my parents think about the person I bring home, but at the same time, if they don't approve of the person, but if I truly love this person, then I'm gonna go for it anyways, because it's my feelings and my life that is gonna end up. That's what it's gonna be.
Well, because I am an interracial person, it doesn't really affect me, because it's I mean, my mom's always like, you should get a nice Asian girl, but because she's Asian. But I've actually sort of been with somebody else outside of my own, I guess, Asian ethnicity. I've been with all types of ethnicities, so.
I don't feel like I go for someone of a certain race, so I don't feel like it will really have, I guess it just broadens my choices. I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, I don't think it would be well, they can't be this or they can't be that. It might be on there somewhere, but it wouldn't be in the top 10 or anything like that for importance.
It would influence it. I don't know. I take it.
No. I mean, again, it goes back to being an individual and sharing the same beliefs and having the same understanding of the background. If the two people are in love with each other and it's what God wants for them, then I think that's what ultimately is the big difference in a marriage.
My dad wouldn't have an influence because honestly I don't care what he thinks, but my mom's my best friend, so whatever she, I ask her opinion on everything, so it would have a pretty big influence.
It probably wouldn't make a difference. Nope.
Definitely. My parents' decision and opinion definitely matter.
Oh, I don't think so. No.
I'm a firm believer in everyone doing what they feel is right, and I don't let other people's opinions impact my views.
Maybe a little bit, yeah, just try to please my parents. I guess it would influence a little. I just, if I like someone, I'll just date the person, but I won't look at race. It's just, what I like in a person and what my standards are for that person.
Maybe a little bit at first, but I think if I really loved the person and really cared about them, then it wouldn't matter to me.